Hello everyone, Berserkhead here, and welcome to this Rome Total War multiplayer battle. In this battle I command the Julii, and my opponent commands the Seleucid Empire. I was the host of this battle, and I chose this map. It's called the Sarmatian Hill or Mound or something like that. So basically there is this hill here, and the two sides have to fight for it. And yeah, I was the first to pick faction. I don't know if I said that, but I picked Rome. I don't know why, I just picked it. And my opponent picked the Seleucid Empire. And when I saw that, the first thing that I wanted to do was to get as many of these urban cohorts as possible. And I just thought that 6 are enough. And I got 6 of them. Then I got these 2 units of Archer Auxilia. They're very good archer units. They can be extremely important, so I upgraded them. Actually my whole army has maximum number of upgrades. I love to do that. I love just getting small armies and upgrading them as giving them as many upgrades as possible. And I got 3 units of Praetorian cavalry. I couldn't get more. I wanted to, but it was 15,000 denarii, so I couldn't. And I'm going to show you my opponent's army. Let's just fast forward. Yeah, okay, there it is. Now I'm going to just pause, give you a very quick look at my opponent's army. So he has some cataphracts. Oh, wait, pause it. Yeah, some cataphracts. I think there are 4 units of them. Yeah, they have 2 or 3 upgrades. Most of them have full upgrades. And one of them is actually, I think, a general unit. No, it's not. They're just cataphracts. Whatever. They're upgraded. They have maximum upgrades. He has these 4 units of phalanx pikemen. They don't have a lot of upgrades. I think they all have either 1 or 2 upgrades. And one of them has... No, they all have upgrades. Then 4 units of these silver shield legionnaires with 2 upgrades. Yeah, and this one has no upgrades. Probably my opponent didn't have enough money. So first I thought that we're just fighting for this hill and that I was going to climb it first. But of course my opponent wasn't so stupid, so he just deployed at the very back of the map. There's 1 unit I think that was hidden before. Yeah, so there are 5 units of cataphracts. So first thing that I noticed for my enemy's army was that he didn't have any archers, and I thought that I would get an advantage because of that, but not really, because all of his units are very well upgraded. They're not very vulnerable to archer fire, except maybe for these cataphracts, but again they're tougher than any other cavalry unit. So it wasn't such a bad decision to get archers. It definitely wasn't. But this was the weak link in my opponent's army, and I wanted to take advantage of that, because first I have Pila, and these guys are very vulnerable to Pila. Actually every unit is, but especially these guys. And the only thing that was concerning me about my enemy's army was that he had too many cataphract units, and they were pretty well upgraded. They didn't have maximum upgrades, all of them. Most of them had just 2 upgrades each in each stat. And these legionnaires, I again wasn't too concerned about them. First because they didn't have many upgrades, and second because my urbans are much better. So I put my general in one of these urban cohorts. At first I just thought that this was not the best idea ever. But later you're going to see that it was actually a good idea, but we'll get there. There's time, so now I'm just fast forwarding this because there was pretty long march to my opponent, and I didn't want to engage too early, so I'll just deploy here, and I'm going to use my archer advantage to start shooting these cataphracts, because they were really concerning me. And although these guys are pretty tough, they still cannot deal with the 5 units of cataphracts, and that was really what was concerning me. It could have costed my battle, if my victory in this battle, if I wasn't too careful about it. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm advancing with 4 of these guys. 4 of these units. Here I'm just going to place them pretty close to my enemy's phalanx, and I'm going to keep these guys in reserve in case he advances with his cataphracts and stuff like that, or maybe these guys, you never know. So basically I'm keeping my cavalry behind my troops because I want to protect them from a cavalry charge. These guys, I was really scared. Maybe my opponent was trying to hide them here, but you know, I wasn't that stupid. I saw that he had 5 units. I knew that they were there, so it wasn't really important in this case. So now I'm basically just moving my army. That's what's going to happen. I'm just shooting these guys, not getting many casualties though, because as I said, they're tougher than any other cavalry unit, and by tougher I mean that they have more points in defense. So now I'm just using fire arrows. I thought that it was going to be effective, and it definitely was, but not significantly, because these guys, you know, whatever I do, these guys have a lot of defense. So now my opponent just started advancing, but of course I was prepared for that. I had my cavalry, but I knew that, you know, my cavalry wasn't superior. So now I'm just shooting them, not getting many casualties here. So I'm just going to countercharge here, I think. Or maybe I wasn't able to do that. I don't know. He was charging me from both sides, so I couldn't react very adequately. Whatever. Now these guys, you know, from this side I have better troops. And now these guys are going to advance. I couldn't use my Pila, and I kind of regretted that, and I thought that this was going to cost too much, but it actually wasn't, because even if I don't use my Pila, these guys are still very good. And now let's see what's happening. Excuse me. Let's see what's happening here. I'm just launching all of my cavalry, and I was able to rout these guys. Of course, they came back from routing a little bit later, but oh, these guys are throwing my Pila, but they're not really effective. These guys cannot do much, and yeah, I'm just going to engage both of these units because I just want to prevent my opponent from flanking me. I may actually win this if I don't get outflanked, and my opponent is going to launch this cavalry strike, but I just countercharge with one of my units here, because it was going to be the situation was going to get very bad if I didn't do that. And I'm just trying to outflank them with this unit here. It will take a while, but it will be worth it, definitely. So these guys are routing. They cannot really do much, but at some point they're of course going to come back from routing. So here everything's going well. Here I'm definitely winning, but I'm kind of concerned about here, because these guys are outflanked, but even in this situation they're still very effective, and they're better than my cavalry. You know, there is nothing that can change this fact. I launched a charge with my archer auxilia in hope that these guys, they'll just hold them. Well, they didn't, of course. They didn't hold them much, and I was still going to get outflanked, but my morale was very high here, because my general was fighting here in the front lines. So all of these units received morale bonus, so, and it was very important for this battle. As you can see, I'm getting outflanked from pretty much all sides, but at least I was able to win the battle here. I routed most of these units, so I'm now going to flank the guys who actually flanked me, and that's going to be very important here. As you can see, I'm getting outflanked from pretty much all sides, but it's a good thing that my units are actually holding this and not routing, but their guys aren't. As you can see, they just routed absolutely immediately, and these guys here charged me. Wasn't exactly pleasant, but it was worth it, because this unit was going to get absolutely slaughtered. So yeah, and these guys are winning now. It's a good thing. These guys came back from routing, and I'm going to lose them, use them in just a little bit. These guys cannot do much. They're getting some casualties, but still not too many of them, and I'm just flanking these guys. Now I'm going to get these guys here on the flank, and I'm going to attack them, and here I can protect against further flanking actions by my opponent. And these guys aren't really doing much, but they did their purpose. They were able to hold my enemy for a little time to just be able to, for me to just be able to react. My cavalry now routes, but they did their purpose. I'm still satisfied with this, and I have this unit which is now going to just destroy all of these cataphracts, and now I should retreat because I'm getting too close to these phalanx. And as you can see, I'm advancing with this unit here. As I said, I'm going to flank these guys, and it's going to be, as you can see, just by approaching them they rout. And I'm going to advance even more and flank these guys. Here I received this charge. I didn't know where these guys came from, but they did come from somewhere, and it wasn't exactly nice, but my guys are going to hold. They're not going to rout that easily. I saw these guys approaching, and I was just going to throw my pila at them now. Let's see how this will work. I don't know if this is my general unit, cannot tell. But yeah, basically they want to outflank this unit, or not outflank, but just reinforce this unit of cataphracts. Here are some of my enemy rout, because yeah, because their morale is just lower than mine. And as you can see, these guys are very depleted, but they're still not routing because of my general's presence. And these guys are just going to rout very soon because they're outflanked from all sides. And here they tried to flank me, but I was able to counter flank, just put it like that. I was able to do that, so my troops are not going to rout, and I'm going to do well here. They're not going to give up very easily. So yeah, the battle is now going in my favor. Always good. These guys routed. It was chain rout because this unit just broke first, and then these guys. My cavalry here routed, but they were able to hold just enough time for me to win the battle here. And now there is pretty much no point of playing this because I'm victorious. It was a difficult win, but I was very wise. I didn't engage too early, and I was just thinking about my opponent could do. He played very well though. It was a very good battle. I really liked it. We both commanded our armies very well. And as you can see, these guys are going to rout, of course, and these guys cannot really do much. They're actually routing just by approaching. And yeah, this is how this battle went. Very close battle. I really thank my opponent for playing really well, and it was very good battle. So now what my opponent could have done to win this battle, there is one thing. If he got more upgrades to his phalanx, he was definitely going to win this battle. There was no doubt about that. My urbans were going to rout at some point, definitely. So that was what prevented my opponent from winning this battle. But even like this, it was a great battle, very close. And I was just very wise, as I said. I was just able to do everything that my opponent did. I countercharged, I counter-flanked in many cases. So that was why I won this battle. Again, very closely. You're going to see the statistics a little bit later. But at this point I just told my opponent, you know what, there is no point of playing this anymore, so just admit defeat. And I think just a few seconds from now, that's exactly what he's going to do. His name was Player. I don't know, he wasn't that bad. I don't know why he didn't change his name. But he played well, you know, he wasn't a noob. Oh, wait, his name wasn't Player. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So, let's see which unit did the most damage. Of course, my urbans, they performed extremely well. My archers didn't do much, but they didn't have the opportunity. All of my opponent's units had very good defense stats, so they really didn't have their chance to shine. But I was able to use one of these units to hold my enemy for, you know, to buy some time. And they actually did a decent job. My Praetorians did very good job. They routed some units. They were able to hold against my enemy scatterfrags. They did exactly what they had to do. So yeah, this is everything that I can say for this battle. It was awesome battle. I really liked it, and I'm just you can see how close it was. I killed 700 more than my opponent, but my army was smaller, so that's absolutely normal, and that's average victory. Okay, whatever, there is nothing else that I can say, so this is everything from this battle. See you next time. Goodbye.